Sometimes the smallest choice, an honest decision when no one is watching, becomes the turning point of your entire life. This is the story of a single mother who finds a lost wallet at her job, returns it without expecting anything in return, and discovers that fate was watching all along. Before we begin, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Grateful Tales for more real, heart-touching, and inspiring stories. And tell us in the comments where you're watching from. We love hearing from our amazing viewers across the world. Maya had worked at the same small-town cafe for almost 3 years. Each day started the same: the clinking of coffee cups, the hiss of the espresso machine, and the faint ache in her feet long before noon. As a single mom, she didn't have the luxury of rest. Every dollar she earned went toward rent, daycare, and the hope of building a better future for her 5-year-old daughter, Ella. Life hadn't been kind to Maya since her husband left, but she held on to one belief: that doing the right thing always mattered, even when no one noticed. It was a quiet Tuesday afternoon when Maya noticed something unusual. The cafe had just cleared after the lunch rush when she went to wipe down the corner booth. There, half hidden between the cushions, was a sleek black wallet. She picked it up, turning it over in her hands. It felt heavy, thick with cash and cards. For a moment she froze, her heart beating fast. The temptation was real. Her overdue electricity bill, Ella's worn-out shoes, the empty fridge at home. One glance at the money inside and she knew it could solve a few problems, at least for now. But her conscience whispered louder than her need. "This isn't yours." She checked the ID inside. Daniel Reed, mid-40s, a name she didn't recognize. She asked her coworkers, but no one had seen who had been sitting in that corner. Maya sighed, placed the wallet in the lost and found box, and left a note for her manager, explaining what she'd found. But that night, as she walked home through the chilly air, she couldn't stop thinking about the wallet. Something about it felt unfinished, like her heart wouldn't rest until she personally returned it. The next morning, she made a decision. During her lunch break, she opened the wallet again to look for a contact. Inside was a business card for Reed Construction Co. She dialed the number, nervous but determined. A deep male voice answered. "This is Daniel." Maya introduced herself, explained about the wallet, and offered to bring it to his office after her shift. There was a long pause, and then the man said, almost in disbelief, You actually found it?" "I thought it was gone for good." "That money was for my employees' paychecks." His voice trembled with relief. Later that evening, Maya took the bus across town. She found the address, a modest construction office tucked between hardware stores. When she handed Daniel the wallet, he looked at her like he couldn't quite believe she was real. "You have no idea what this means," he said. "I was supposed to pay my team tomorrow morning." "You saved me." Maya smiled awkwardly. Anyone would have done the same, but they both knew that wasn't entirely true. He opened the wallet, everything intact, and asked gently, "Can I at least thank you properly?" "Dinner, maybe?" Maya laughed softly, shaking her head. "That's kind, but no. I have to get home to my daughter." That night, Maya returned home exhausted but strangely peaceful. Ella was asleep on the couch, clutching her favorite stuffed bunny, the TV glowing softly in the background. Maya tucked her in, sat by her side, and whispered, "Always do the right thing, sweetheart, even when it's hard." She didn't know that those very words were about to come back to her in the most unexpected way. 2 days later, her cafe manager called her into the office. Maya's heart sank. She feared something was wrong. Instead, he handed her a letter. "A man dropped this off for you." Inside the envelope was a handwritten note from Daniel Reed. "Your honesty reminded me that good people still exist. I want to offer you something, a position in our office. You deserve more than tips and exhaustion." Attached was a business card and a check, the amount equal to 3 months of her salary. Maya sat frozen, tears welling up in her eyes. For the first time in years, life didn't feel like an uphill climb. It felt like grace. When she met Daniel again to thank him, he smiled and said, "You didn't just return a wallet. Maya, you gave me hope that integrity still matters. I want people like you around me." Working for his company changed everything. The hours were stable, the pay fair, and for the first time she could pick Ella up from school instead of leaving her in aftercare. Maya often wondered if she deserved it, but Daniel always said, "You earned this the moment you chose honesty." Months passed, and their working relationship blossomed into friendship. Daniel learned about Maya's struggles, her dreams for Ella, and the quiet strength she carried every day. One evening after a long day at the office, he said softly, You know, that wallet was never really lost. It was meant to find the right person. Maya smiled, her eyes glistening. She realized that sometimes life gives back in ways we can never predict, and always when we need it most. That night, as she watched Ella sleeping peacefully, Maya whispered a silent prayer of gratitude. One small act of honesty had rewritten her entire life story. The job had given her stability, but what she truly gained was faith. In herself, in goodness, and in the unseen hands that guide us when we choose what's right. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Grateful Tales. Tell us in the comments, do you believe that one act of honesty can change a life? Your words might inspire someone to do the right thing today.